Warning: the following story contains scenes of graphic cuteness. Viewer discretion is advised. We're in Sooke at the temporary home of the Sooke Animal Food and Rescue Society. This old barn has been turned into an animal shelter for abandoned or abused pets.
People are coming to this area to just open the doors of the cars and let the animals down in the middle of the forest. And all those animals are the ones that we rescue and that we know that they are rehabilitated 80% of the times. And perhaps if that person would have had money to buy food, or food exactly, that it would not abandon the animal.
The Sooke Animal Food and Rescue Society is run by the mother-daughter team of Margarita Dominguez and Kay Yates. These animal lovers certainly have their hands full. Despite that, they've started a new endeavor called the Boneless Project, a food bank for pets. Since last December, they've collected 17,000 pounds of food for pet owners who are struggling financially, like seniors, the disabled, and the homeless.
Instead of judging, I kind of took the initiative to think of what can I do to make Victoria and make the animals' lives better. And so I just began from carrying food around in my purse to pretty much stalking every homeless person out there who has a pet to sort of, I guess, build this kind of bond with them. A lot of them, they've lost everything. I mean, Victoria's an expensive city to live in. And so for a lot of these people, this is their companions. This dog or this cat or this ferret, it's kind of like their best friend, their little companion.
Well, you know, you get to talk to them at night and, you know, kind of throw some of your worries on them, and they just listen.
Stephen Reardon of Sooke has a dog and 5 elderly cats. Because he's receiving chemotherapy, he's on a fixed income. Thanks to the help from Margarita and Kay, he's been able to keep his pets.
Veterinarians and stuff, and transportation, and because I have no transportation. You can't take a big 100-pound dog on the bus, right? Yeah, and all my cats got fixed.
But a question that needs to be asked is if someone can't afford a pet, should they still have one? What do you think?
Just because you can't afford to pay for food for your pet doesn't mean that you shouldn't have a pet. I mean, I have 2 dogs, and I love them as if they're my family. If I were to lose everything tomorrow, I wouldn't want to lose my pets on top of that. That would mean that there's a lot more pets in shelters. And eventually, what are you going to do with all these animals in shelters when the person is fully capable of taking care of their pets emotionally and physically?
When a child goes through a divorce, or when the child is in abusive, the parents are in an abusive relationship, the only friend that that child has is an animal. How is that people going to bring food to their table for the children, and in the same time to the dogs or the cats, when days in this time of economic crisis, they have to feed the children, and sometimes they don't have a job.
Kay and Margarita have already set up 3 pet food bank locations in Greater Victoria. Now they'd like to establish one on the West Shore. They're paying a lot of their expenses from their own pockets, so they'd love some help.
Help the families keep the animals, and help the children keep their friends. That is the most important.
Cash, gas cards, Ziploc bags, or gift certificates from pet food stores would be greatly appreciated. They're also in need of a new location to house rescued animals. Contact them through their website or on Facebook. In Sooke, I'm Dan Kahan.